Hey guys, it's your girl Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got 3 more dips from Southern Posh's new Merry and Bright collection, and we're going to put together a mani that I'm calling Peppermint Snowflakes because it's got a little bit of peppermint nail art and a little bit of snowflake nail art and a whole lot of shines. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then stick around. We're getting into it. Okay, so full disclosure, I am an ambassador for Southern Posh Nail Dips, and these dips were sent to me along with a few others from the collection, and these are the 3 that I'm going to be using. They are Santa's Coat, Let It Snow, and Cindy Lou Who. So this mani is actually a very special mani because it is a mani twin. So I teamed up with my friend Lauren from Painted and Polished on Instagram, and we put together this fun little mani with some peppermint stripes and some snowflake nail art. So I will be showing you her nail fee at the end along with mine. So before we get into the nail art, let's go ahead and get these nails dipped out. Okay, so the plan is to put Cindy Lou Who on our thumb, pointer, and pinky. And then we're going to put Santa's Coat on our middle finger. And then we'll put Let It Snow on the ring finger. And that's where we'll do the peppermint nail art, and the snowflake nail art will go on the pointer. So I'm going to be starting first here with Let It Snow, which is this shimmery white. It's really, really pretty, and I think it's going to be a nice background for our peppermint nail art. But I do like to do whites first, or any kind of really light colors first before I do anything else. That way I don't have to worry about any kind of transfer from the brush or any other kind of smudging. So it's just what I like to do. Next, we're going in with this gorgeous red, and this one, if you saw my Cascade Colorworks mani, it was a little bit more of a Christmas red, and this is a little bit more of a hot orange red. So if you missed that mani, I'll have it linked for you in the cards. But I'm the kind of girl that I like to have both. Sometimes I want more of that strawberry Christmas red, and sometimes I want more of that fiery red, and this red fit in really perfectly with this mani. So isn't this a gorgeous red? I mean, wow, so bright and vibrant. So Santa's Coat is a glitter here, and I think it is so special because it's kind of a white iridescent background, but then it has these large chunky pieces in it. So there's red and more iridescent and goldish. It's just a really pretty combo. Wait till you see it.
Christmas is my
Okay, so after 2 layers and a bit of hand placing, I went ahead and dipped it in clear. You're always going to want to dip in clear if you're using any kind of big chunky glitter like this, because that's what gives you the ability to file and shape it. If you were to activate this without doing that, you're going to end up cutting into your glitters. And as I've said before, a lot of glitters are silver on the inside and it's going to totally ruin the effect of what you're going for. So definitely do that clear dip. Okay, so we got everything dipped out, so we're just going to go ahead and file and shape off camera, and we'll be back to do some nail art. These colors are just gorgeous, and I'm really obsessed with that glitter. I could do a mani with just that glitter by itself. I just think it's so pretty. So we're going to go ahead and get this prep for some nail art. Actually, first things first, we're going to go ahead and top coat the thumb and pinky, since we're not going to be doing any art on those, so we'll get those done and out of the way. This red, you guys, wow, love it. And I did go ahead and top coat the glitter as well. That way we've got that one done and out of the way. So we got the Snowflake Nail Art to do on the pointer and the Peppermint Nail Art to do on the ring. So I've got my trusty iGel Beauty gel base and no wipe gel top coat. And then for the art, we've got the white and the red from the Line Art gel kit. And then we're going to be adding a rhinestone to the snowflake. So I thought this would be a good time to try these little flat rhinestones I got from Sparkle & Co. in my last sub bag. Because they're so super flat, I kind of felt they would be really easy to use for this and wouldn't really cause much bulk. So I was going to try those. And then as per usual, I grabbed a handful of dotting tools and brushes to use to paint everything on. So I'm just starting by putting a layer of gel base on this ring finger that we're going to do the peppermint nail art on. Whenever I'm doing a little bit more involved nail art, I like to do these one at a time. So even though I'm going to need the gel base on the pointer also, I like to wait until I'm ready to do that finger, because otherwise lint gets stuck in there, glitter gets stuck in there, and it's just a little more difficult to work with. So we're just going to do just this finger for now. So once I cured that, I'm ready to put on the red stripes. So when I looked at this at first, I thought this red was going to be a good match for the dip, but it ended up being a little bit too orangey. So I actually ended up deciding to mix it with my Siren gel polish. So that's a great thing about these gel paints. If you don't have the exact right color, if you have a couple colors you can mix to kind of achieve the right color, then by all means. So now that I've got a nice shade mix, I am working this brush into the gel and kind of rolling it around just so that it kind of pulls the brush hairs together. And then we're just going to start painting. So we're going to do a little mixture of thin stripes and then thicker stripes to kind of resemble a candy cane. So I'm going to let you watch while I do that and shut up for a little bit because I've been talking way too much. So I decided to stop after 2 lines and go ahead and flash cure. I figured that was risky enough, but remember with gel, you can stop and flash cure at any time. Once you get your stripes all finished, you need to fully cure this. So that's going to depend on whatever you're using, but I would always give it a little bit extra just because you are using this for artwork, and in some spots it may be a little thicker. So just give it a little extra time to make sure that it gets cured all the way through. And now since that finger is done and out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and top coat that and get it finished so that I can work on the snowflake nail without worrying about this one anymore. Okay, so on to the Snowflake Nail Art. So I've got my white polish here, and instead of using the brush in the bottle this time, I'm going to keep using my iGel Beauty dual-ended brush because it's got such a fine brush on the other end, and that's what I want to use to make these teeny tiny detailed snowflakes. So since this is a little bit more ambitious than what I usually attempt, I am going to be flash curing a lot more often. And I do have my brush, my cleaning up brush with my alcohol ready so that in case I don't like something, I can wipe it off and do it again. So if you're not familiar with what flash curing is, all it is curing for 10 to 15 seconds. You're not looking to fully cure it all the way through. You're just looking to hold it in place so that while you finish one section, it's going to be held in place while you work on the next. So now I'm just adding a little glob of this gel paint to the very middle of the snowflake where I'm going to put the rhinestone. Now normally with rhinestones I use rhinestone glue because I need those to stay in place, but these were so flat. They really just didn't need it. So I just picked it up with my tweezers and just plopped it on this little bit of gel paint, and that was enough to hold it in place. And once you put the top coat on, it's not going anywhere. So I kind of love these. They're definitely not quite as prominent and shiny as, say, like an actual rhinestone, but I would definitely use these again. I think they're extremely easy to use, and if you don't like texture or bulk on your nail, you're gonna love these. So now we're just gonna go add in some details so that our little snowflake isn't all alone. So I'm gonna add 2 little whimsical looking snowflakes, and then with the dotting tool, we'll add some additional snow. Now you can see I ended up using 2 different sizes of dotting tools because I wanted some larger snow pieces in the background and then some smaller ones too, just to kind of give it a little variety and depth. So again, once you're done with your artwork, make sure you fully cure it all the way through because we want to make sure that's all set before we go in with our top coat so we don't end up smearing anything. And here's our Peppermint Snowflake Nail all finished. So we're ready to rehydrate those cuticles. So I'm going to go in with my cuticle oil. And again, I'm still testing out Scales of a Mermaid here. So I have this lovely one called Morning Pick Me Up. And oh my gosh, if you love coffee, this smells exactly like coffee brewing. It's so yummy smelling. And here's the finished look. So I love this design that Lauren and I put together. Mostly Lauren. Lauren's a creative talent behind our Manny twins. But I really love how these turned out. I think they're so cute. And I love the combination of the snowflakes with the peppermint stripes and the glitter. It just all really is working for me. So definitely giving me holiday vibes. So what do you guys think of these? I'd love to hear in the comments down below. And what have you been rocking mostly for the holidays? I feel like I've been doing a lot of red manis. And I think my last 3 videos are red manis, so sorry, not sorry, but red is like the quintessential holiday color for me. But I'm looking forward to playing with some blues and some other colors soon. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. What are you guys loving as far as colors go for this holiday season? And that's going to complete this video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it or found it helpful. If you did, it would help me out so much if you would give me a thumbs up down below. And while you're there, if you have not subscribed already, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. And don't forget that notification bell. So I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to be here. And I will see you again in the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.